Honestly, she's just not good enough for my Liam. Evelyn's voice, usually so controlled, was laced with a venomous disdain I hadn't known she possessed. I was sitting at a quiet table in the Gilded Spoon, a restaurant I frequented for its calming ambience, trying to clear my head amidst the wedding jitters. Just as my tea arrived, her distinct voice cut through the gentle clinking of cutlery from a nearby booth. She was holding court with her friends, and her words, meant for their ears only, drifted clearly to mine. He could have had anyone, a doctor, a lawyer, someone from a suitable family, and he chooses her, a small business owner. For heaven's sake, it's barely a living. My hand, reaching for the teacup, froze midair. The elegant decor of the restaurant, the soft jazz music, the nervous anticipation for my wedding tomorrow, it all suddenly felt suffocating. My dress, hanging like a cloud back home, a silent promise of a future I'd meticulously planned, seemed like a cruel joke. Everything was perfect, or so I thought, until that soft murmur of voices turned into a dagger to the heart. My breath hitched. The aroma of freshly brewed tea suddenly smelled like bitter ashes. My carefully constructed world tilted on its axis. Not good enough. After 10 years, after building my business from the ground up, after supporting Liam through his own career struggles, after being there for him through every triumph and setback, the words echoed in my ears, each one a hammer blow. My hands trembled, but it wasn't from sadness. It was from a cold, simmering rage. All the polite smiles, the forced pleasantries, the endless attempts to win her approval, they were all a farce. She despised me, and she had waited until the very eve of my wedding to reveal it. A new kind of clarity washed over me, sharp and unforgiving. I wasn't the sweet, naive girl she thought she could walk all over. I had built my business with grit and determination, and I knew how to fight. A plan formed with chilling precision, but I knew I couldn't act yet, not before the wedding. I would let her enjoy her illusion of superiority for a little while longer. The next morning, the wedding preparations continued around me, a surreal blur of hairspray and nervous laughter. My bridesmaids chattered excitedly, oblivious to the storm brewing beneath my calm exterior. Liam called, his voice warm and loving, asking if I was ready. I assured him I was, the lie tasting bitter on my tongue, but I kept my composure. The day itself was beautiful, a blur of vows, laughter, and dancing. Evelyn, oblivious, smiled and mingled, playing the part of the proud mother-in-law. I smiled back, a secret burning behind my eyes. The real storm broke a few days after the honeymoon. We had just returned, settling into our new life together, when I decided it was time. As a wedding gift for her generous support, or so she thought, I had arranged for Evelyn to take a luxurious, all-expenses-paid trip to the Caribbean. She was currently enjoying the sun and sand, completely unaware of the storm brewing back home. My fingers flew across my phone screen, no longer trembling, but steady and resolute. I didn't hesitate. To Evelyn Hayes, I sent one simple, cryptic message: check your house now. I watched the message deliver, then set my phone down, my heart pounding a furious rhythm against my ribs. I knew what her reaction would be, and I was right. Within an hour, my phone began to vibrate incessantly. One missed call, then 2, then 5. By the time I finally drifted into a restless sleep, the screen glowed with a staggering 100 missed calls from Evelyn. I ignored every single one. The next morning, Liam found me sitting on the sofa, a grim expression on his face, his phone clutched in his hand. "Elara," he began, his voice strained, "my mother just called me. She's saying her mortgage payment bounced, and her electricity was cut off, and her car was repossessed." I met his gaze, my expression unyielding, and he stared at me, disbelief warring with dawning comprehension. Did you have something to do with this?" I took a deep breath. "The night before our wedding, I overheard your mother telling her friends I wasn't good enough for you. That I was a small business owner, barely making a living. That you deserved someone better." My voice was low, devoid of emotion. "She didn't just insult me, Liam. She insulted everything I've worked for, everything we've worked for." His eyes widened, then softened. He knew how much my business meant to me, how hard I'd fought for every success. He also knew his mother's tendency toward snobbery. "Elara, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she felt that way." He walked over and sat beside me, taking my hand. "But what about the bills? The house?" "I stopped paying them," I admitted, my voice steady. "Every single one. The mortgage, the utilities, Her car loan. She had grown accustomed to me quietly taking care of them, didn't she? A little gift from her generous future daughter-in-law. Well, the gifts have stopped. Liam was silent for a long moment, processing. I braced myself for his anger, for his disappointment. But when he spoke, his voice was firm, resolute. She was wrong, Alara. You are more than good enough. You're incredible. And what she said was unforgivable. He squeezed my hand. I'll talk to her. She needs to apologize to you. And she did. It wasn't a heartfelt apology. Not truly. It was delivered over speakerphone. Her voice tight with thinly veiled resentment. Her words clipped and formal. Alara, I apologize for any offense I may have caused. My comments were ill-considered, and I regret the distress they have caused you and Liam. It was the apology of someone forced into a corner, not someone genuinely remorseful. I accepted it, knowing it was the best I would get. Despite the dramatic lead-up, Liam and I still lived our lives as a couple. Our relationship wasn't built on a foundation of his mother's approval, but on years of shared history, mutual respect, and deep love. He had been my rock through so many challenges, and his unwavering support had been instrumental in the growth of my business. We were a team, and one woman's snobbery wasn't going to derail our future. We built a beautiful life together. Our love deepened, our partnership grew stronger. But the relationship with Evelyn, it never truly healed. The polite smiles returned, the superficial pleasantries resumed, but the warmth, genuine connection, that might have blossomed, was forever frozen. Every family gathering felt like navigating a minefield. Every conversation carefully curated to avoid any mention of the past. She never regained the financial support, and I never offered it again. She learned, the hard way, that under my quiet exterior lay a steel resolve. Sometimes, I'd catch her looking at me across a crowded room. A flicker of something unreadable in her eyes, perhaps regret, perhaps grudging respect, perhaps still that same disdain. But it didn't matter. I was Liam's wife, the woman he chose, the woman who was more than good enough. And that was all that truly mattered. The uninvited guest of resentment would always linger between us, a silent testament to a wedding eve whisper that changed everything.